So the EIA is projecting oil production in the United States to fall in 2026. This really depends on how you look at this. What they are saying is for the full year of 2026, we will produce less oil than we will for the full year of 2025. But oil production growth is falling a lot in 2025. But the reason production won't fall in 2025 as compared to 2024 is because in the first quarter of 2025, we were putting up really big oil production numbers, unlike the first quarter of 2024. If you look in the early months of 2024, we were at 12.5 million barrels a day, 13.1, 13.7. By the time we got to the end of 2024, we were well over 13.5. Beginning of 2025, 13.1, 13.2, 13.48. All of these numbers are significantly higher than these. So what that means is that even though production will fall every single month as we go through 2025, for the entire year, we will actually still produce more than 2024 because we started off with a bang. Now, one thing I definitely disagree with the EIA on is that the U.S. will average 13.7 million barrels a day this year in 2025. That's not a thing. And I don't know how they came up with that number. Now, the reason it's not a thing is we have not had a single week in 2025 where oil production has even averaged 13.6. We averaged about 13.5 in January, but we didn't hit 13.5 in February. We did average over 13.5 in March. And since then, it has done nothing but fall. We didn't hit 13.5 in April. We didn't hit 13.4 in May. So I don't know how they're predicting we're going to average 13.7 when we haven't had a single week yet, 6 months into the year, where we touched 13.7 or 13.6. We are so far behind from averaging 13.7, we would have to end up producing about 14 million barrels a day at the end of the year just to catch up. And with rig counts falling like they are and job losses piling up, there's not a chance. There's not any chance that's going to happen. That's not a thing. I don't know where they got that number. At the end of March, we weren't even averaging 13.3. And oil production has just fallen since then. Another thing I'm curious about with the EIA is in January 2025, these are the weekly numbers, we were at 13.5, high 13.4s the whole month. Yet they come in and say we averaged 13.141. Which one is it? This is a great example of why when you're looking at data, if something doesn't make sense, you need to dig deeper. And oil prices continue to climb today as OPEC still has not met their production increases they're claiming, and production in the United States and rig counts continues to fall. This is a pretty even split down the middle when it comes to what people think is going to happen. About half the market analysts and experts believe that OPEC will go ahead and increase that production and bring prices way down. The other half believe they won't. And the truth is, they're all guessing. That is the whole point of what OPEC is doing, is to keep people guessing, create uncertainty. That slows down investment in the United States and other places around the world that compete with OPEC. That is the whole point of this exercise. And I am not going to make a prediction about what someone is going to do when it's based on the whims of some person or someone who's not an honest broker on the other side of the planet. Oh, and by the way, with oil prices rising, gas prices are starting to creep back up a little bit. Plus, before you know it, the July 4th holiday will be here. So short of some big increase in OPEC production or something driving oil prices way down, I expect gas prices in the United States to continue to rise at least until the middle of July. Thanks.